So what I'd like to do this morning is just talk a little bit about Imbolc and Brigid, who is a Celtic goddess, just briefly, and then we will, which is the whole purpose for our gathering here this morning. And then what we'll do is a guided healing, group healing for the morning to sort of get us started. This is really the beginning now of the spring. The 1st of February, or Imbolc, is, considered, it marks the halfway point between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. So it marks sort of the change in the world, but it's also the sort of a time of rebirth. And it's a very, very ancient holiday in the pre-Christian tradition. I just thought it would be a nice way to start sort of marking the spring, this time of fertility and just of rebirth and creativity for the year ahead. So I thought it would be nice. Actually, I believe in Ireland, they've just announced they're making this an official holiday, St. Brigid's Day, like St. Patrick's Day. So that's nice. Finally, the women get a holiday. So I just thought it would be a nice way to sort of start this sort of 1st of February way of getting into the year. It's really an opportunity to sort of set the intention for whatever it is we would like to create or accomplish for the year ahead. It's a time really of birth, which is why Brigid, who we'll talk about in just a moment, is both considered both almost like a midwife and the bard and the goddess of the poets, because of that sort of great power and procreativity that comes from all sorts of creation. So it's a nice way to sort of start our year here. Brigid, let me just talk about Brigid for a moment. So Brigid is one of those ancient goddesses. She was the daughter of the Dagda, which is the head, who was the greatest god of the ancient occupants of Ireland, which were the Tuatha de Danann. The Tuatha de Danann were sort of a supernatural race of beings that occupied Ireland before the coming of the Celts. The Dagda was the chief among them, and Brigid is one of his daughters. She became, it was sort of said she was born with a flame in one hand, and that she had been drinking the mystical milk, or the milk of a mystical cow in the spirit world before she came here, which is why she's been adopted so much as the goddess of all sorts of creativity. On St. Brigid's Day, traditionally, people would go out and make little effigies and rushes from dried grass, coming up to February 1st, to leave out for Brigid on these days. And also people would leave out a mantle. It was said that Brigid had this mantle that could cover the world, and when anybody wanted help with childbirth or infants or any crops or anything like that, they would leave the mantle out for the night before the 1st of February. And apparently Brigid would pass over and imbue this mantle with all sorts of powers and mystical powers. So there's still a tradition of working with rushes in Ireland coming up to the 1st of February. I'll show you a picture of one of them in a moment. What happened, of course, with a lot of the ancient goddesses, and really all traditions around the world, which is the coming of Christianity, they were sort of appropriated or blended into Christian traditions. So Brigid, the ancient goddess of Ireland, became synonymous then with Saint Brigid, who is a Christian individual. Now, it was said that, I love the way this works between sort of the blending of all cultures with sort of these new religions, or particularly Christianity. So Saint Brigid apparently wanted to build a monastery. She became not the daughter of the god, she became the daughter of a chieftain, and she came to Ireland apparently to learn. She wanted to learn from St. Patrick. And then after she studied with St. Patrick, she wanted to build an abbey. There is actually some wells and stuff in Kildare in Ireland for Brigid. And so she had this cloak, and the king said, I will give you as much land as your mantle or your cloak can cover. So that was all the king was about to give her to build her abbey. So of course, this was Brigid's mantle. So it grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. So it was miles wide, and she was able to throw it down over the land and get all the land she needed to build the abbey. So those are beautiful stories, ancient stories of magic. So really today, what we're celebrating, you know, the Christians are celebrating Saint Brigid, the Wiccans, the pagans, all of the people of the ancient traditions, the older traditions are celebrating Brigid, which is essentially different spellings, but same thing on this day, Imbolc. So what we were, you know, I thought would be nice to kind of come together today is a sort of a celebration of the spring. It's the celebration of all that we can produce from our own innate creativity, from our own spirit, you know, as we go forward in the year. So I thought it'd be a nice way to sort of invoke that sort of energy for the year ahead and to incorporate that into a healing. There is an element of healing with Brigid, because she became synonymous, or she became known as the goddess you would turn to, you know, for childbirth, you know, for if there was any illness or anything, you could hang the mantle out the night before Imbolc for Brigid to sort of imbue that with the magic of healing. So it's a nice, she's a nice figure to sort of also call upon to help us both with our healing and with our creativity as we go forth. So that's a little bit about Imbolc and a little bit about Brigid there this morning. So I thought it would be nice to sort of set our intention for that sort of healing that she can bring, bring that some of that magic of Brigid into our lives for the year ahead, and also to call on her as the goddess of the bard, of the poet, to come and with us to help us with our creative endeavors in the year ahead, whatever they may be. Creative endeavors could be poetry or painting, it could be building, it could be farming, it could be nature, it could be children. I thought it would be nice just to sort of invoke that for any of you who really want to produce something in whatever way. The other thing about Brigid is there's a strong connection to nature with her, partly because of all these rushes and whatnot. So it's also a really nice way, since we're actually welcoming in the spring, to reconnect with nature and as well. So that's a little preamble about Brigid and Imbolc and why we're here this morning. So just getting settled there now. Just getting relaxed into your chair, and just wherever you are, it would be nice if you could just have your back supported, because we really want to, for healing, although it's an attunement, so it's going a little deeper than meditation. What we want to do is we want to be able to just step out of our physical forms, or feel we can, which gets a little bit challenging if you have to sort of contract half your muscles just to sit up. So I would say just getting very comfortable there where you are, making sure that you're well supported, so that if you relax entirely, you can, you're not going to fall off your chair. We don't want that happening to anyone this morning. All right. So good. So just taking a deep breath in and coming to be present in the room here this morning. Forgive me for the hissing. That's New York City radiators. If you hear that hissing in the background, that's all that is. Just ignore it. So just taking a deep breath in, just coming together in the room here this morning. Just becoming aware of your physical form on the chair. Becoming aware of the boundaries as well of your physical form. Just very much aware of the body. And just bringing your focus to the breath. Just the simple act of breathing. Just allowing the mind to quiet. Calm down, become still, just allowing anything that you have to deal with in your day to day, just set that aside for the moment. It'll still be there when you're done. So just for now, just becoming present, very much here with yourself and with all of the other people in this room. And now you'll release the mental chatter of your morning or your afternoon or your evening. Just bring your attention to your heart center. And as you hold your attention there, you're just noticing a spark of white light pops there into existence, and just holding your attention on that white light. Noticing that on the breath it begins to very gently grow and expand, so that it begins to fill your ribcage slowly, gently, naturally. No need to force it. Just allowing this spark of light emanating from the heart of you to grow on the breath. And as this light expands, it begins to pour out around you so that it is filling the entire space within and without, all of the space around you from head to toe. So that you are sitting here in the light and the power of your spirit that is emanating from the heart of you. And just resting in this space here. Should your mind wander, just let those thoughts go and just bring your attention, your focus back to the light and the power of your spirit. Just feeling, sensing how it feels to be able to sit in the light of the spirit, your natural form from which you came, into which you will return. And on the breath, you notice that this light keeps continuing to grow. Infinite power of your own spirit continues to expand so that it fills the room around you. Free and uninhibited, non-limited by your physical form, the spirit within is allowed now to grow into or expand into its natural infinite state. And just resting and feeling how it feels here to be one with the power of your own spirit. Now, as you sit in this space, in this place of the spirit, you notice that there is an even brighter white light above your head. And as you turn your focus there, you notice that this light is brighter and wider, filling the skies above you, filling the world, filling the universe, spilling into all dimensions. Everywhere, as far as you can see and beyond, is this white light This is the power of God, the power of the Brahman. The power of the One. The power of all things, without beginning and without end. And as you rest here with your attention on the power of God, you notice that this light begins to envelop the light within you, so that the light of your spirit and the light of the One become one. Just feeling how it feels to blend with this power. Allowing any thoughts, any questions that arise, just allowing them go and just returning your attention back to the power and the love and the compassion that exists for you in this state. Now, very gently, just stepping out of the body and just noticing that you are a bright white light moving through this infinite and eternal space. And just allowing yourself to flow and float, fly in this space. No boundaries. The infinite power of the One, which you are a part. The whole in the part, and the part in the whole. And now we see bright lights of the healers begin to approach and surround you, surround each of you in this room. The light of the ancestors, the light of the healers, the light of Brigid, offering healing and wisdom, offering healing and creativity to you this morning. Just opening your heart to receive all that is being offered to you in the circle of light. Allowing the power, the healing, the wisdom, and the creativity to flow from the One through them to you, to wherever you need it most. And just resting into this place with the heart open. And should your mind wander, just releasing those thoughts and bringing your focus back to the light, back to the circle, back to all the compassion and kindness and love that is being offered to you. Without hesitation, understanding that you deserve this. This is for you. And with gratitude, just accept. Now, very gently, with gratitude for the healing, the wisdom, and the spark of creativity that has been shared with you this morning, would you in turn then to offer that from you to each person in this room so that as a group you can come together to share and to receive the healing from the group within the power of this place. Just holding lightly. You don't need to know each name or each person, but just holding lightly the intent to share healing from your heart to theirs. Now inviting all those loved ones, friends, family, animals who are in need of healing within your life to come forth into the light of this place and allow healing flow from the one, from the guides, from the healers, and from your heart to each family and friend, each little pet that's in need of healing. Just allow them, very lightly hold them in your intention in this place. And now, in gratitude, sharing all of that healing and healing power to all in need around the world, just allowing that unlimited, infinite, and eternal healing power to flow through you to all in need on the planet, all people, all animals, all plants, the earth itself, to heal. Now, bowing in gratitude to the healing power, to the guides and the healers who have worked with you, to the power of Brigid, begin to return very gently to this room, bringing your awareness back gently to your physical form, to the weight of your form upon the world. So your feeling of time and space in this incarnation where you are now. Feeling your body, sensing the temperatures, the smells, the sounds, and the material world around you. Making small movements, hands, feet, head. And with a deep breath, now returning to your physical form in this room and this time and with this group. And when you're ready, very gently, on the breath, you can open your eyes.